Hello, everybody. Peter Gantner here again with another token review. This time it is Karat. The token is KAT. This is a decentralized data identity protocol on the ZKSync. We're going to start covering some of the other tokens that are coming out on some of the chains that have not released tokens yet, because that can be a big win. Of course, before we get into the token project, I want to let you know this is not meant for financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. We're going to do a basic overview on the project. A lot more research needs to be done before you decide to get involved. Where we are trying to provide some service, some value, is that there are so many projects out there, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of projects out there. So what we want to do is find the ones. We do a lot of research, go through a lot of projects, hundreds, thousands of projects, and then find the ones have utility teams. A lot of them have been through the bear market. They were building not just, oh, there's a bull run, let me jump on the board and build something. With that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to talk about Karat. Hey, here we are. Karat is about a half a penny right now, so a little over that. We can see it is, let me scroll up here. Currently, you can see on the ZKSync era network. One of the neat things is, guys, ZK is talking about, or at least it's rumored, that they are going to be doing an airdrop. And of course, using their protocols is what qualifies you for an airdrop. So I would definitely say, hey, check out the project, even if it's not to buy the token, but to maybe use the service, set up a profile, things like that. Let's see, right now, we can look at the all time, and that we can see that these have not launched that long ago because the network hasn't launched that long ago, but this is back in August of 2023. So we can see that. We can see it came out pretty high, came back down. It's kind of been fairly steady along the way. It looks like it's at a good, at its lowest point actually right now since its release. We can come down here and see that it is on MEXC, that it is on, and this may be an easier one for most people to buy it on. But again, if you want to qualify for the airdrop on it, you may want to go to SyncSwap. That is a ZKSync error one. So that may be a better place to qualify because you're interacting with another one of the project. So you go to ZKSync. If you decide that you do your research and you want to get the token, now you have two interactions on their chain for qualifying for the airdrop. Let's see. We can see that it's got about a 10 million fully diluted market cap and about a $1.282 million. Decent volume, $122,000 in the last 24 hours. So that's actually very good. Let's jump over to the X account and we can check it out there. Karat DAO, the largest social data network. Now, I have to tell you, and if you watch our videos, you know we love DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations. We believe decentralization is the key to a better world, and we're pretty excited about it. So the largest ZK ID infrastructure with multiple Dapps built on data, social, powered by MPC/ZK technologies. So it's very interesting. They got a couple websites here. Of course, you can go out to the Karat Club, which is where their staking is done, or you can go out to the Karat DAO. We'll click on the Karat Club here. There is staking in place, so if you do decide to get this token, you can stake it and earn from there. So log in via social or log in via MetaMask and connect your MetaMask, and you can jump in there. So if we come back to the X account, of course, you guys know I like to go through and look and see how frequently do they post any partnerships. When they say, hey, we're going to deliver something in the next 30, 60, 90 days, how close were they to that? We can see that there's 900 posts, and they joined in March of 2022. That's probably a decent amount of stuff. We can see that their pin post was from January 15th. They posted the last on the 28th, which was a few days ago. Let's see the frequency, the 27th, the 25th. So they have periods of time where they go a day or two without posting, but basically pretty steady here. So here's what you like to see: Magic Craft and Karat DAO. So they're talking about big news. We're thrilled to announce a partnership with Magic Craft Game. I believe we've done, yes, we did a review of the Magic Craft. I actually hold that token. So you can check that out. We can see that they're getting some action on their post. 6.5K views, 60 likes, 24 shares. So that's pretty good for a project. Let's see, Wolf Capital News. Here's another partnership. These are so when you're doing partnerships, guys, you're bringing in other communities. You're bringing in possible holders of the project. And we can see that just since this is the 17th, this is on the 25th, so about 8 days apart, they did a partnership, and so it looks like they're definitely moving some things forward. Another marketing cooperation here. So of course, I would go all the way down through a lot of these posts. I know a lot of people don't like to do that, but I would definitely keep going and see a lot more about it. You can tell a lot by their X account and what they're putting out, the type of stuff that they're doing. Another partnership here. And these guys are lining up the partnerships. I think that was the third one. This would be the fourth one. Yep. Zedage, fifth one. So they're definitely lining up the partnerships. A lot of people are seeing the value of what they're doing and wanting to get in business with them. So let's go over to Karat DAO. So first thing we'll do is see migrate your staking V1 token to the Karat Club here. So you can click there, and of course that's going to take you to Karat Club for you to be able to migrate over onto that project. We can come here and we can see their products are Farm, Web3, Form, I'm sorry, not Farm, Form, Web3 Form to collect wallet addresses, Analytics, Analytic wallets in batches, Analyze. I'm going to redo that, guys, okay? So whoever's editing this, scratch that from before. We're going to come back up here and say on the product side. All right. So you can see the migration, migrate your staking from V1 token to the Karat Club. Of course, we already showed you the Karat Club where you can come check that out, connecting your wallet. We can come over here and we can see, let's start with the products that are there. So the first is a form, Web3 form to collect wallet addresses. Analytics, analyze wallets in batch and get insights, and then airdrops. Create claimable token and NFT airdrops. So they have 3 functioning products already. We can look at the network. Of course, they have the CAT, multiple ways to earn CAT. The mission, join the journey to own your own data. So this is the cool part, guys. The Web2 companies have absolutely made fortunes. I mean, 320 plus people that have over $2 trillion in wealth. And a lot of that was made because of our data. They've been selling it. Here's a project, Karat ID, that says, hey, let's create these IDs. And the reason for creating these IDs is right there. And that is the fact that you get to own your own data. And look, some people may say, I don't want to sell my data. Other people might want to sell their data and monetize it. Verify Web2 data and earn. So they're tying it into the Web2, stake and participate in CAT mining. So we're going to have to check that out. We'll do that in another video. I do hold the token. I don't have it staked yet, but we're going to have to check that out and see about getting it staked on there. So we've gone over the products and the networks. Now let's go to campaigns. We'll click on that. So we've got featured airdrops. So we're also just super excited, guys, about airdrops. Airdrops is when you interact with a project and then they give you digital assets for doing that. It is really why Web3, the transfer of wealth, will happen in the way that it is. And a big part of that is owners that when they found a company, they don't say, oh, I've got to hold 30, 40% of the ownership in this. They understand the value of the network, the value of the people. The network are the people that are supporting that project. And so a lot of these projects are giving up 30, 40, 50, 60, as much as 80% of all the digital assets out to the community that supports it. And that's where the wealth is. Imagine if regular companies like an Amazon would have given up 80% of the ownership of Amazon to its customers. That would, of course, created over $1 trillion worth of wealth for individuals, because I believe it's valued at about $2 trillion right now, or at least over $1 trillion. I think it's Apple and Microsoft that are valued at over $2 trillion. But imagine they could have done the same thing. Hey, we're going to get some of the ownership to the equity, or the equity in the company out to these, to our users, our early customers, our adopters of it. Instead, they went to traditional route, the founders holding on to as much as they could. then investors, and then taking it to a public market and doing it a different way. So it's really the thought process behind the entrepreneurs that are allowing this to happen. So they've got a ton of stuff here, claimable raffles. We are definitely going to check this out. Here's a claimable token. I have not done any of this yet because we just recently found the project, but we're going to dig in deep here and see what we can do here. You've got here some filters, NFT token, and then you've got the form side of things. So we're going to actually check out some of this stuff here, and we'll do a follow-up video on that. Of course, they have their docs. We like that because right now we can see that there's about 12% of the tokens out there. So you can come in, look at their roadmap, go through the introduction. Hopefully there's a white paper here, which I have not looked for at this point, but we will in our follow-up video. And then we can see what are they planning on doing with the rest of about 12% of their tokens out there. How are the other 88% going to be distributed, or a little bit less than that, out, and what are they going to use it for? Is it for incentives for people to use the products and the services, or what might those uses be? We're going to come back. We're going to do it. We can enter the app here. Let's click on that real quick. So connect a wallet. You can analyze wallets. Super important to analyze wallets and know what's going on. And then, of course, you can create your own airdrop. So this will be interesting to see, because, of course, anybody can do an airdrop, but what's the value of the token? How are you going to be able to create that and get that going? And, of course, they have their staking here, verifiable credentials. Let's click on that real quick, and we can see how this works. Verifying more credentials enhances your credibility in the Karat network and unlocks greater rewards. Essentially, you're going to build your digital ID so you can start to connect your socials from Web2, upload credentials to Web3, utilizing MPC, get a personalized ID, and unlock abundant rewards. One of the super important factors in Web3 will be the concept, the idea that you can digitally identify yourself, but yet keep some form of privacy. Think about someday being able to get a loan, maybe for something, but it's your credentials that are locked to you that you're able to go do that with. There's still a long ways to go on that. Ethereum has talked about soul-bound tokens. There is a lot of stuff happening here where maybe sometimes you want to say, hey, I want to purchase something or want to do something, but you don't want somebody to know your name or a lot of the information, but yet they're still able to go verify that it's you. So you can do business much easier, much faster. And of course, we know that Web2 and traditional marketplaces, the way that they've made a fortune is by being that trusted third party. If we can have it to where the network, the software, the technology, the smart contracts, things like this, where you have a digital and a personalized ID, now all of a sudden you don't need the middleman. So if anybody here has ever done anything on Amazon, they could take 10, 12, 15, 20% of the transaction. Fiverr could take 20, 30% of the transaction. Think about being able to do these things without it, because your identity says that you're trustable. You connect that, oh, this is a trusted person. Okay, on the other side, they connect their ID, trust it, and then people can work together in a much safer way on that side of it. So it's super exciting on this project. We're definitely gonna jump in here more so you can see they've got the ZKSync ETH network on the networks, and then they have the Zeta network. We'll probably be doing some videos on both of these networks. We've gone through the hurdles to qualify for the ZKSync net airdrop. It is rumored to be one of the big and possibly one of the stronger chains out there. So there's a lot of hype and excitement about it. And so that's the reason why I looked at Karat. It's one of them on the chain that has already begun to develop products, grab traction, and move things forward from there. So we can click on forms. All you created and uploaded forms will show up here. So they've already got a working app. We can look at the analytics part of it. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on here. Guys, I would definitely take a serious look at Karat DAO. try to use the products on it. That's one of the things in Web3 right now. There's a lot of people buying tokens. There's a lot of people going, oh, this is going to be the next big project. But at the end of the day, what's really going to create the value is finding projects that have utilities that you, me, all the people that are in Web3 begin to use on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. So we're doing what? We're generating real business, real utility that we're actually using in order to help improve our lives. Then that'll get more people to use it and it'll continue to grow. That generates real revenue for these projects, which means that it's not just the supply and demand that's driving the price of it. It's actual business principles that work in the traditional business side, just doing that within Web3. So if you like content like this and you want to have us, when we do our research and find the base tokens, and then you want to do your research on top of that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You can ring the bell so you get notified every single time that we come out with a new video, a new project that we're covering. And if you like the video, please like it. That helps us out. We don't get paid from any of these projects. We don't seek compensation for these videos. We are token holders of just about every single video that we do. So with that, I want to thank you for your time in watching this video. And I want to say have a great day, and let's build a decentralized world. Thank you so much.